Hello viewers, Edolve brings you the next installment of its super cool interview series. And today we have none other than sweet Shivanshi with us. Hi Shivanshi, how are you today?
I'm fine, ma'am. Thank you.
So I can't help but notice that in your name I can see $2 sign. Now why is that?
I thought it was cool, so I just typed it.
Okay, so that's cool. Very
Yes.
well. All right. Okay, so let's start off with your introduction, Shivanshi. Can you tell our viewers your full name and how old you are?
Hello, viewers. My name is Shivanshi Sharma. I'm 11 years old. I'm in grade 6 and I live in Gurgaon.
All right, good to meet you today, Shivanshi. Really well. So, Shivanshi, is there something that you look forward to every day? Anything that makes you happy?
And I look forward to read every day. I like to read.
Lovely. And what kind of books do you like to read?
I like to read Indian mythology books and time pass, I read comics. I love to read comics.
Okay, all right. So comics, lovely. And is there any comic strip that you're reading currently? Anything that you're reading currently?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm reading Tinkle and Smile.
Okay, very well, very well. So I see you like the kind of, healthy, light fiction kind of books, like comics that you love to read. Yeah? All right, very well, Shivanshi. Let's move on to our next question. Now, this one is a pretend question where I would like you to pretend like someone or something. So here, let's pretend that you are a photographer for a day. So what is it that you would like to photograph?
I would photograph sunsets in the beaches because I like whenever the sun sets, and I always wait. My dad is like, come, let's go to the hotel, and I'm like, wait, the sun is setting, let's watch it.
Oh, that's beautiful. So you really love sunsets. And I can actually see a painting in your background that's of a sunset. Is that yours?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
That's
beautiful.
mine.
Beautiful. So I see you are an artist as well. Maybe we should have artistic Shivanshi instead of simply sweet Shivanshi. I think that would be really cool.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's move on to another pretend question, Shivanshi. Pretend that you are a chef at a restaurant this time. All right? So what kind of a fantastic or special dish would you create for your customers?
I'd make chili paneer and jeera rice because my favorite dish is chili paneer. Plus, I'd put more paneer into chili paneer and less vegetables. And I'm going to give extra salad, cucumber. And in the jeera rice, I'm going to put jeera and some more spices so that people can eat more spices and it's healthy for our body too.
Very well, very well. So really well, like an aromated jeera rice is what you're going to serve with lovely chili paneer, I see, with loads of paneer, less veggies. I see that might be coming from your own experience, is it? That you always crave for more paneer and chili paneer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Clearly, I see you are a problem solver there, Shivanshi. All right. Well, that brings me to my next question. This one is, not something about the positives, but a little bit towards the negatives. So, tell me, Shivanshi, is there anything that annoys you? Anything that bugs you a lot?
Yes, ma'am. The one thing annoys me a lot that I like to have my privacy because my mom and dad and my friends come in my room without knocking, and I hate that.
Okay. So what do you do about it? How do you cope up with that situation?
I just make a poster that knock before coming and no one follows it.
Oh gosh. So that means there needs to be a stricter rule.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, let's hope this interview, might help you to reach out to your friends and your family, that your privacy is of utmost importance to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Well, I respect that, Shivanshi. So that brings me to my next question to you. Now tell me this, if you could make any 3 rules for your house that everybody has to follow, so what do you think those 3 rules might be?
Ma'am, rule number 1, knock before coming. And then rule number 2, that give me some salty food, because mom puts less salt in my food.
Okay.
And rule number 3, that there should be a day fixed so that all the guests come, because guests are a normal thing in my house. They just come and go, and I don't like that.
Okay. So
They should come on Sunday, but they come every day, and I don't like that.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So I think the first rule, well, it was, I think, obvious for both me and our viewers. All right. And the second one is also quite an interesting rule that you have. Yeah. And third one. Okay. So I think that's, well, quite interesting. You want to entertain guests on Saturdays, Sundays, not every day. Yeah, but yes, I understand. Well, you have your own school, you have your own studies, your extracurriculars, right? And you also want some time with your family, your me time. You want that?
Yes, ma'am.
Fair enough, Shivanshi. All right. So 3 quite interesting rules that you have for your house. Well done.
Ma'am.
Okay. So now let's move on to another question about your family. Now, tell me this, is there something that you like doing with your mom and your dad? What's your favorite activity to do with them?
Ma'am, I like to cook with my mom.
Okay.
And I like to, my dad is a sportsman. I mean, he likes to walk, trek or play. So I like to play badminton with him.
Very well, very well. And so what kind of dishes do you usually make with your mom?
My mom makes like many dishes, but recently she has taught me how to make a square paratha.
Square paratha? Well, that's something I've never heard of before.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, because circular shape is a little hard for me. So mama says that you can make it a square one.
That's brilliant. Very well done, Shivanshi. A square paratha. All right. Great. So maybe that's another thing that you can serve to your customers if you pretend to be a chef. I'm sure that's going to be something special and interesting.
Yes, ma'am. Complimentary.
Exactly. Complimentary square parathas. All right. Well done. So now let's move on to another question about food. All right. Since you're talking about things that you learned with your mom. So imagine, Shivanshi, if you are, marooned in a deserted island. There's only one food item that you can eat there for one entire week before the team comes and rescues you. So what would be that one food item that you would take with yourself?
Ma'am, I choose ice cream.
All right. Yeah, well, islands are tropical. Yes. But are we sure about eating an ice cream all 3 times of the day for one entire week?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I see your love for ice creams there, Shivanshi. Well done. Okay, great. So I see you would want, you have love for salt. You want savories, more salt. And you also like ice cream. So I think you like salt and sweet equally. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So now let's take a walk down the memory lane. I have a few questions about some good memories that you have had in your life. Okay, so let's start with the happiest memory that you can recall. What has been your happiest memory so far? Because I'm sure there are a lot to come.
Ma'am, that one memory is, ma'am, when I came first in a badminton competition. It was a nice, I was amazed, but I actually wanted to come second because you could get a pet if you came second. But for the first one, you just had rackets and bag.
So what was there for the second position?
A pet, a cat.
Oh wow, that's quite interesting. Okay, so you wanted to have a cat rather than rackets or some sports equipment.
Yes, ma'am, because I had those.
Fair enough. But I'm sure it would have made you happy when you actually came first, yeah? I understand that a cat was important, but I think coming first made up for it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. And let's talk about another memory. So, Shivanshi, the year of 2020 is when the COVID pandemic hit the entire world, right? We all went under lockdown. Things were really chaotic. But I would like to believe that there has to be this one memory from that year that would still bring a smile on your face. So
Yes, ma'am.
for you, is there any memory from the COVID year of 2020 that makes you happy?
My favorite COVID memory is I used to watch Mahabharat with my dad, and it was very interesting. And I have two favorite characters. One is Bhishma Pitama, and the second is Karn.
Bhishma Pitama and Karn. Okay. Okay, why? I would love to know the reason why you like both these characters from Mahabharata.
Ma'am, because ma'am, Bhishma Pitama, ma'am, he was very loyal, and for his dad, he could do anything. Plus, he was the son of Ganga, so I liked him.
Okay, all right. And what about Karn?
Ma'am, I liked Karan because he was so fierce that his mother left him, but still he was a fighter. He didn't know if he was a Kshatriya or a Brahmin, but still.
Absolutely right. And I think he was a great friend as well.
Yes, ma'am, a loyal friend.
Yeah, even at the end when he discovered that the Pandavas are his brothers, he still fought from the Duryodhana's side, from Kauravas, because they were his friends. They accepted him when nobody else did.
Yes, ma'am.
Very
Yes.
well. I love the way you understand Mahabharata because it's one of the most complex epics to be ever written. Yeah, and you had a good time watching that with your dad. Clearly,
Yes.
that is one of your fondest memories. All right, Shivanshi, great. So, okay. So now my next question to you is, tell me this, is there anything that you can do today, something that you couldn't do last year? Any skill that you have learned in this 1 year?
Ma'am, last year my science wasn't good. I failed in science. But this year, in my internals, the unit tests, I had scored the second highest marks in science. So I was very happy.
It's beautiful, and congratulations to you, Shivanshi, for growing so well in the span of 1 year. You know, you're doing exceptionally well in your subjects. I can clearly see how you're optimistic there, right? You did not give up hope, and well, the results are right here in front of us. So really, really well done. So proud of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So science is not that big monster that scares you anymore.
No, ma'am.
Very well. All right. Very well. Very well. I think that's beautiful. So that brings me to my last question of our interview today. Okay. Shivanshi, if you could swap places with anyone in your family, okay, taking their position, doing what they do, so who would it be and why?
Ma'am, I would swap places with my mom because I really like her personality. She is very calm and cool, but to be honest, I get angry very easily. I'm short-tempered. So if anyone shouts at her, she's just like, okay, I can do it. And she's very calm. But when she gets angry, she is angry.
Oh, okay. So then you need to back off.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But she's calm most of the time, and that's something that you would love to embody from her.
Yes, ma'am.
That's beautiful. I can see what you adore about your parents, what you love about them. Very nice, Shivanshi. So I had a really good time in this interview here. Did you have a good time? Did you enjoy your interview?
Yes, ma'am. The interview was very nice.
Okay, well done. And you did exceptionally well. Take care, Shivanshi. More power to you. Bye for now. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye from Edolve to everyone.
Yay!